back to Deborah's Paper Designs. This is part 2 of the coffee dyeing technique I use. This is just going to be real quick because everybody pretty much knows how to do this, but I just wanted to go over what I do since everybody has tried so many different techniques, and this is what works for me. I found this pan at Salvation Army for $2, and it's really great because it's rectangular. I put 8 cups of boiling water in there, and I use this coffee here. This is from Kroger. I don't know if you have Kroger's by your house. I used to use the dollar store coffee, but this is just much better with the color and everything. I think this is about $3 or $3.50. In 8 cups, I put about 2/3 of a cup of coffee in there and mix it up. Then when it's a little bit cooler, I can put the paper in. I use paper or plastic gloves because I'm a nurse and I don't want to go to work with brown stuff in my cuticles and fingernails because it takes a long time for that to come out for me. And then I use 24-pound paper. I've tried using 20-pound paper, but I always tend to rip the edges. So I do use 24-pound paper. So basically, I don't soak my paper for very long. I put it right in here, turn it over once. I grab it about an inch or inch and a half from the edge. I never have it rip when I do that. And then I just put it on there. And if there's any big bubbles, I just kind of rub the bubbles out. And then I get my plastic placemats that I went over in the first video. If you haven't watched that, you might want to watch that about how I do this. And then it's ready for the light and the heat source. So when I do the coffee dyeing, I don't put a whole bunch of sheets of paper in the coffee mixture at one time because I always find I have a hard time unsticking them. And I don't let them soak in there for too long either, but that's just my preference. You can do whatever obviously works for you. But here's the part that really makes a difference, I think, in my paper. I tried everything about heat sources. I put it in front of my fireplace. I've used the sun. Nothing works really well. And all of a sudden, I drove by a tractor farm store one day, and I thought, I wonder if a brooding light would work. So here's what I use to dry my paper with. 2 brooding lights from the farm store, and those are about $9 a piece or so. That's my husband. My husband's a musician, so I stole his mic stands, and I just have them under there. I leave them on for about 25 minutes. That's kind of personal preference. You can also make them higher. Sometimes I put books underneath them to make it closer to the light. That's all something you just have to fool around with and figure out what you like. But this will go on. I'll just let that sit there for about 25 minutes. I set my alarm on my phone so I don't forget about it. I go do some journaling or up in my craft room, and then when that goes off, I come back down and check it, and then we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so we're back. These have been under the brooding lights for about 25, 26 minutes. So I'm just going to pull this off to show you what it looks like. This is crinkly from the paper. That's okay. The placemat will be flat again. And the paper will just be wrinkly. So you can iron it if you want or not. It's up to you. Here's the other one. So those are the 2 designs I just did right there. It's kind of a medium color, so it's up to you, again, how much coffee you want to use, or if you want to soak your paper longer or whatever. I usually have 4 of these brooding lights going at one time. So I do get 5 of these like every 25 minutes. And they do kind of cast like a pinkish orangey glow in your room. So if you turn off the lights at night, that's what probably all the neighbors are wondering what you're doing when your window turns pink. But yeah, it really turns out nice. It's a nice even heat, as you can see. So you can get these brooding lights on Amazon. They're also, I call them chicken warmers, but you can't find them under chicken warmers. You got to look under brooding lights. So anyway, that's what I do with my lace designs, and thank you for watching. Bye.